Welcome to Blonde Cards and Crafts. Let's make something together. Hello crafters and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, welcome back if you're a subscriber. Today we are going to make card 5 using the Love from Lizi July 2023 card kit, and this kit is called Peach Blossom. I'll have links down below for the previous 4 cards, so you'll be able to find them if you haven't seen them already. There's also links to Lizi's website, to the subscriptions, and you can find the products that I'm using there. So I have everything here that we're going to need. This is again going to be an oval card. I just love using the nested dies that are available on the Love from Lizi website. The ones I'm using are a pack of 15, and I have every alternative from the largest going down on the 2 sides here of my packaging. Just makes it easier for me to handle the dies and use the ones I want. So we made an oval card on card 1, and I'm using the same principle. I've die cut out 2 of the largest ovals. On one of them I've scored across the top, and I've scored about 1/8 of an inch across the bottom, and then I've cut that piece off. That will allow our card to stand. If we didn't do that and we put the second oval on, then the card would roll around and it wouldn't make it stable. So I'll take the second oval and I'll add glue to this little tab here. I'll stick those 2 together, making sure that I line them up properly. That's really important. And then that will give us a card base. We can stamp a sentiment then inside, or leave it blank for us to write a message in there. So now the next thing I have is another oval, and this one is the 3rd oval down if you go through the nested ones. So there's this die, then there would be this die, then there would be this one, and so on. So I've taken the 3rd one from the outside and I have die cut that out in some cardstock that we got in the kit. I then folded this in half and I'm going to cut that off there, and I'm going to add that like so to this piece here. I've taken 2 strips, and these strips are just offcuts that I had, but if you want to know the measurements of them, then let's see. This one is 1/2 inch by 5 1/4, and then the green pattern paper is 5 inches by, again, 1/2 inch. And where the 2 of them are together, I've added a piece of sticky tape on the back, or sellotape as I like to call it. And then I've used some of the peel-offs that came in the kit this month. I've used the largest and the thinnest width there, and that just adds a little bit of color. Now what I will do with this is I will add this on here, and then I can cut off the excess. Now I can either cut it off to match the front of our card, or I can cut it off to match the oval. So I haven't decided that yet and I'll do that when we get to that part. Next then I have some of the ephemera that we got in the kit. I've taken one of the little mason jars and one of the floral sprigs. I have stuck the floral sprig onto my mason jar using some foam tape. And then behind this, the floral part, there's foam tape as well. So my mason jar will stick down flat, but my floral piece will be raised up. I'm also going to take some of the stamps that we got in the kit. I'm going to take the Miss You and the 2 hearts. I would like to stamp the Miss You here, and then I'll just maybe stamp a couple of the hearts on here or somewhere. I'm just going to embellish with the hearts. The U, I'm not going to stamp the U part of the Miss You. I'll put a bit of washi tape over that. I'll add ink to the Miss, and then I'll take off the washi tape and stamp that down. Now in the last one I did a thank you card, and I actually cut the thank and the you apart, and you can do that. I could do that with this one, but I just wanted to show you how I'll do it using a bit of washi tape. The U I have made up here using the three, well, it's all one die, this one, but it die cuts out the three letters separately, and there they are. I have die cut them out in white. I've die cut them out in this cardstock that we got, and what I've done is I've put them together, but I have offset them, and I've also put little strips of foam tape behind them to give them a little bit of dimension. So that's the card that we're going to make. I'm going to clear off my desk now and we'll assemble it together. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add my card front to the card back, and I'm going to use my Cosmic Shimmer Glue to do that. So I'll just add a little bit of liquid glue to the tab. You can use double-sided tape if you like, or tape runner, but I just find the Cosmic Shimmer Glue is great for doing this. And then I'll join the two together. Now I like to pull the tab back. That allows me to line up the front piece with the back piece because we want them to be the same. And then I can add my tab on there. Lovely. So once that sets, then that will allow our card to open and it'll stand up like so. And because we've cut the little piece off the back, it'll stop it from rocking. It'll have a little bit of a rock, but it'll balance on where we have it cut. So now I want to add my strip across this. So what I want to do is I'm going to add my strip across here like so, and I'm using the score line or my cut line to line up there. But what I want to do is I'm going to keep this piece here so they're just together in my hand. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cut my strips to match, but I'm going to use the whole oval to do that. I think it'll look better then when we cut it off. So I'll take a little scissors and I'll just cut that off. And now I'm going to use my trimmer to cut across there. That way I'll get a nice straight line. So now I can take this and I can add that on, just like so. And to glue that in place, I'm going to again use my Cosmic Shimmer Glue. You could use double-sided tape here, whatever your preference is, but I'm just going to use the Cosmic Shimmer. And then I'm going to add this onto it. And that will sit nicely there. And then this will go over the top here. Just like so. And I'm going to glue that down into place. So using my liquid glue, I'm going to glue this down onto the front of our card. Now I'm going to add my little vase, and I think I shall put that there, something like that. And I just want to be careful that whatever envelope I'm putting this into, and the envelope I'll use will be, let me just see. So I could use a 6 by 5 envelope if I'm making one myself. So I just want to make sure that, you know, my floral piece here stays within our envelope size, but it allows that I can kind of bring it up and bring it off the front of the card. So that's what I'm going to do there. So I'm going to add a little bit of glue to the mason jar, and then I can take off the release paper on my foam tape. So I've got some foam tape there where I don't need it, so I'm just going to peel that off. So now I have my lovely floral piece on our card base. Now what I want to do is stamp down my Miss You. So I'm going to take a little bit of washi tape, and I have some washi tape here in my stash. So I'm going to put a little bit of washi tape over the U. And then I can take my ink, and I'm going to use my, actually I'm going to use one of my Love From Lizi inks that I've gotten. It's the Versacraft ink, and this one is called Sand. It's number 152, and you can buy a large range of the Versacraft ink from the Love From Lizi website. So I'm going to ink up my Miss, then I'm going to take off my washi tape, and then I can stamp my sentiment down here. There we go. So I have my Miss. Now all we need to add is our U, and again I'm going to take off my release paper on the back here, and I'm going to make sure I have my letters in the right place. I'm going to use my little tweezers, and that way I can put them just there. So we'll try and get them nice and straight as well. So we have our card now with our Miss You and our mason jar and everything. So now I want to add some of the hearts, and I think what I'll do is I might pick up on a very similar color to the kit. So I have this ash rose, and it's very, very similar. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp off on that. So if I do it here, let me just show you the color. There it is, stamped once, and that's it stamped the second time. But I like that color. I think it's very similar to the colors that we've got going on here with the mason jar, etc. So I think I'm going to stamp that here. And I'm going to stamp the smaller one with it. And then I'm also going to stamp it over here. And again, I'm going to ink up the smaller one. So we have the Miss You, and we have 3 little hearts there. And that color again is ash rose. So I've used the ash rose and the sand Versacraft colors to do my stamping there with some stamps from the kit. And if I'm stamping a sentiment inside, what I will do is I will use one of those 2 colors. I'd probably go with the sand to stamp my sentiment inside, but that's what I'm going with now. I'm going to embellish this now a little bit more. What I want to use is some of my accent glaze or glossy accents, whatever you have in your stash. I have some accent glaze here, so I'm going to use that. And again, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to fill the center of the flowers for a little bit of definition. And the clear is lovely when it dries because it just gives a shine to the card. And then I'll add a couple of little dots where the stamens are on the flowers. So I hope you've enjoyed my video. If you have, you might consider giving it a thumbs up. If you're a subscriber, thanks for subscribing. And if not, you might click on that bell icon. That way you'll be notified when I post another video. You can see the links to my previous 4 cards down below, as well as links to Lizi's website and the subscription box as well. You can share your card makes with us on my group, which is Your Cards and Crafts, or on Lizi's, or even both of them. Lizi has a Facebook group called Love from Lizi Facebook group. So that's it. Now I'm just going to fill in my little hearts, giving some nice gloss to the hearts. And that's it. That is our oval card with our mason jar and flower ephemera pieces. We've used the U die for our word, as well as the Miss stamp, and I hope you like this card. I think it's a lovely little Miss You card, and I'm sure whoever receives this will be delighted with it. So that's it. That's the end of this video, and I'll be coming to you again soon with card number 6, so watch out for that. Until then, folks, bye for now. Bye bye.